good? What's good, baby? It's your boy Trex, the Sports Junkie, and welcome to the Stardom Situm Show. First and foremost, I want to apologize that we're on audio today because it's crazy. Everybody at MVS is feeling under the weather right now, but nonetheless, we want to come on here and try to give y'all a show, even though we're feeling under the weather. Of course, I got my brother with me. Keo, what up?
Yo, what's good, man? Normally I'm not on the audio, but I'm not feeling too well today. But I wanted to make sure we give you guys a show, so I'm here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna knock it out real quick. We're gonna help you with your fantasy lineup. We're gonna go in and out real quick. So, Keo, let's get to these top five quarterbacks.
Okay, my top five quarterbacks to start for this week. Coming in number five. We There was a lot of teams that played this past week. So coming in at number five, I'm going with Gardner Minshew at number five. Number four, I'm gonna take Trevor Lawrence at number four. Number three, despite his disappointment, I'm going with Josh Allen at number three. Number two, I'm gonna I'm gonna go with um Russell Wilson for coming up this week. And my number one pick, I'm going with Derek Carr at number one against the Atlanta Falcons.
Wow, that's crazy. I hope you're right. God, I hope you're right. All right. I see a lot of the similarities in mine as well. I'm going with Minshew and Mayfield in that Indy versus Tampa Bay game. I think that could be a high scoring game. We'll get to high scoring games, but I got them at 4 and 5. Coming in at number three, I like Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray going up against the Rams. Kyler Murray just out the gate. He just came in and he's looked decent to say he hasn't played football in a while. He's given double digit fantasy numbers both weeks he's played. I like him today against the Rams, so I think he's a good fantasy play on the day to day. Number two, I got Justin Fields tomorrow night versus the Minnesota Vikings. Really like him. Think that Justin Fields can get you some rushing yards and maybe a rushing touchdown. So you have to like that part of it when it comes to fantasy. My number one quarterback, it's no secret. Keo may not like it, but I got C.J. Stroud. Oh man, this guy is an MVP candidate. He's rookie of the year, and he deserves
Uh,
all of it. So we got him at number one, and we'll talk more about him on Tuesday for the MBS show. But let's get to these running backs.
okay, my running backs to start this week at number five, I'm gonna go with Javante Williams at number five for the Broncos. Number four, number four, I'm going with Josh Jacobs against the Chiefs. At three, I like James Cook at three, and coming at the same game, I also like DeAndre Swift at number two, and coming in at number one for me, I'm going with Travis Etienne from the Jacksonville Jaguars for today's game. And those are my top five running backs to start.
Okay. Mine's a little different than yours. Coming in number five, I got Gus Edwards. Gus Edwards, to me, man, he's been balling low key. Like people are sleeping on Gus Edwards, but I think he has a good game against the Chargers tonight. Coming in at number four, I got yo man Isaiah Pachenko. Keo loves this guy. I think he has a good game against the Raiders tonight, so I'm going with Isaiah Pachenko at number four. At number three, I'm going with DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift going up against the Buffalo Bills. If Philly, to me, is going to win this game, is going to be off of the legs of DeAndre Swift and Jalen Hurts. I don't think the passing game is going to be as effective as most people think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a running attack that really takes hold in that one. Coming in number two, I got Rashad White. I just told y'all, man, I really like that matchup to maybe be the highest scoring game of the day, but I'm going with Rashad White at number two. At number one, it pains me to say this because I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I'm going with Derrick Henry versus Carolina, and I'm playing against a guy in fantasy that has Derrick Henry. But if Henry's ever
Derrick
going to shine,
Henry?
it has to be today. So I'm going with Derrick Henry at number one.
Wow.
All right. Let's get to these wide receivers, Keo.
Wide receivers at number 5 for me. I'm going with Jordan Addison from the Minnesota Vikings. Justin Jefferson is still out. Number 4, I'm gonna go with Justin Watson from the Kansas City Chiefs. He had a huge game last week. He was targeted a lot. I'm gonna go with Watson at number 4. Number 3 for me, um, number 3 for me, um, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna bring back Devontae Smith again. I think Smith should have a huge game. And number 2, I'm gonna go with Calvin Ridley at number 2. He had his biggest game last week, um, which was a huge surprise for me. I did not expect that. I think he'll continue this performance. So I'm going with Ridley at number 2, and number 1. I'm gonna go with Chris Olave from the Saints. I think he should have a huge game. No Michael Thomas. He's their most reliable weapon right now. So I'm gonna go with Olave at 1.
God, I hope you're right. God, I hope you're right. I think Shaheed definitely gets a boost up with the Saints offense. I just want to say that. So just watch out for him. And of course, I'm playing the guy that got Shaheed as well. But coming in at number 5 for me, I'm going with Puka Nakua. I know Cooper Cup is going to give it a go, but I just really like this kid. I like this matchup versus Arizona. I think this game could be somewhat of a shootout. So I'm going Puka Nakua at number 5. Coming at number 4, I'm going with Calvin Ridley. Like you said, Keo, Calvin Ridley had a big game last week. I really like how him and Trevor Lawrence linked up last week. And I think a lot of that can be continued today going up against Houston, who, let's be honest, they're gonna put up some points most likely. I know you've been hard and critical on CJ Stroud, but CJ Stroud is clearly the rookie of the year, and he's in the running for MVP, whether Keo likes it or not. Coming in at number 3 and number 2, I got Michael Pittman and Mike Evans, both Mikes. I told you, I really think that game's gonna be a shootout, and there's no way I'm not starting both of those guys in their respective matchups. But number 1, this guy has been on an absolute tear. And I'm talking about CJ Stroud's number 1 target, Tank Dell. No, not Nico. I'm talking about Tank Dell. Tank Dell's last 3 performances, he scored a touchdown in each game, and he's had at least 6 catches and has been targeted 10 times or more. Tank Dell, to me, is the number 1 fantasy receiver today. Out of the guys that you're not thinking about, maybe you're thinking about, not a definite start, but Tank Dell needs to start getting consideration for definite start because he's been balling. All right, Keo, let's get to these tight ends.
All right. Um, 9 Titans for this week. Um, okay, I'm gonna start off with um number 5. Um, I'm gonna go with Evan Ingram at number 5. I think he is a good solid start. I think Lawrence, you could expect Lawrence to go to him a lot today. Number 4, probably a surprise to people. I'm gonna go with Michael Mayer at number 4. I think Michael Mayer is a good start for the Las Vegas Raiders. Um, I think he's definitely a safe pick as far as as far as um tight end goes. Number 3, I'm gonna go with Parham from the LA Chargers this week. I think he's a up and coming tight end that people should look out for, and I think he's starting to get picked up more in a lot of leagues also. And coming at 2-1, I'm gonna go with Dalton Schultz at 2 with the Houston Texans. Schultz been picking it up lately. Stroud's been definitely been looking for him more often, despite the performance of Tank Dell. And that number 1 for me, I think he his finally breakout towards this point of the season. I'm going with Dalton Kincaid at number one.
Oh, me and you. Oh, wow. We have the same top two. I'm going to sit out the gate. All right, but number five, I'm going to go Taysom Hill. I think Taysom Hill is a guy that you want to start no matter what, I feel like. But we don't rank him in that elite category, but it's not the fact that he just plays tight end. He plays quarterback. He plays in that wildcat. He plays so many positions that if you could put him in that tight end position, you want to put him in that tight end position. Unless you got Kelsey, Hawkinson. I'm even starting to put Kincaid in that argument. Laporta, those guys. You're starting Taysom Hill. So I'm going to go Taysom Hill at five. I really like him a lot. Coming number four, I like McBride, man. McBride and Kyler Murray have been on some type of tear, and I'm going to start him at number four. Number three, I'm going Cole Kmet. I told you I like Justin Fields a lot tomorrow night. Justin Fields going to look for, Cole Kmet. He's going to look for a bunch of targets in that game. So I'm looking at Cole Kmet when he rolls out, and he might try to run. He might try to find Cole Kmet. So I'm going with Cole Kmet at number three. But like Keo said, number two and one for me is Dalton Schultz and Dalton Kincaid. I just think that's the logical things. Kincaid is becoming, dare I say, Travis Kelce esque. Like, he's really becoming a guy that you really want in fantasy because Josh Allen, you know, some people thought it was going to be Gabe Davis, but Kincaid has literally become the second target behind Stephon Diggs in that offense. So Kincaid is somebody you definitely want to start if you can. All right, let's get to these defenses, Keo.
Okay, top five defense to start for today. Coming in at number five for me, I'm going with um I'm going with the Broncos at number five. Number four, I like the New Orleans Saints at number four. Number three, I actually like the Buffalo Bills at number three.
Wow.
Yeah, I think the Bills. I haven't been too impressed with Philly's offense, man. I feel like they've been struggling as of late. I got the Bills at three. I actually have the Bengals at two against the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. At number one, I'm taking the Cleveland Browns at one.
Okay. Oh man, me and you definitely don't see the same thing on this one. You got a couple of them, but I don't see it the same way. Coming at number five, I got the Denver Broncos. I'm with you on them. Denver, you definitely want to start them. That could be the lowest scoring game of the day. I got Denver. Coming at number four, I got the Cleveland Browns, which they can definitely be one. I have no issue with that, but I'm going to go with them at four. Coming at number three and number two, another low scoring game in my mind, the Patriots and the Giants. Both offenses have a lot to be desired. I don't love this matchup as far as fantasy for the offensive players. But defensive wise, I think both teams get off today. I think they have a good game today, defensively. But number one, I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs. Coming off of a loss, I just think that they're going to try to make a statement today versus the Raiders. So I'm going with Kansas City at number one. Let's get to these kickers real quick.
Okay, the kickers. I'm gonna go with Carlson at five. I'm gonna go with Dan Carlson at five. I'm gonna go with number four. I'm gonna go with Matt Gay at number four. At three, I'm gonna go with Harrison Butker at number three.
I like that one.
And number two, I'm gonna go with Evan McPherson at number two. And number one, I'm gonna go with the Saints kicker at number one.
Okay, okay. Number five, I got Brandon McManus. Jacksonville, Houston. I think that could be somewhat of a lot of field goals, even though I think they can put up yardage. Both teams, I think they may struggle in the red zone. That's the only reason why I'm a little concerned about both sides, but I do think they're going to get field goal range. So I'm going with Brandon McManus at number five. Coming at number four, I like Tyler Bass versus the Eagles today. I think Tyler Bass, man, he might hit a game-winning field goal to win that game. I did pick the Bills to win that game on the Nothing But Sports show, and I think Bass plays a part in that. Coming in at number 2 and 3, I got Gay and McLaughlin. Because I think that's a shootout game. I keep telling y'all, I think that's a big time shootout game between those two teams. But at number 1, I'm going Harrison Butker. I just tell you what I think about Kansas City. I think Kansas City makes a statement today, and I think they score a lot of points. And Harrison Butker is going to get plenty of opportunities to kick field goals and kick extra points. So I'm going with him at number 1. All right, Keo, what's your lowest scoring game of the day?
I'm gonna say the Steelers and the Bengals.
Okay, backup quarterback. I see it. I see where you're going there. That's funny that none of us had the Steelers. You had the Steelers as one of your top 5 defenses today.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, okay. I thought maybe I missed that one. Okay, lowest scoring game for me. I'm gonna go with the Broncos and the Browns. I think I want to go Pats and Giants, but for some reason I feel like they may have a good game today. But I think the Browns and the Broncos is going to be a slug out fest or a slug fest, I should say. And I really think that's gonna be like a old time black and white type game. They're gonna run the football a lot in that game, and we'll see what happens. But I think that's gonna be definitely a defensive struggle. What game do you think is gonna be the highest scoring game of the day, Keo?
I'm gonna say Jacksonville and Houston.
I like that one. That was my second pick. I'm gonna go Indy and Tampa Bay. I think Indy and Tampa Bay is a shootout. I think it's a shootout. Bayfield and Minshew, they just have that gunslinger mentality. I really like those guys today, and I think that you should start them if you have an opportunity to start either one of those quarterbacks. All right, Keo. We are going to start him sit 'em portion of the show. You tell me if you would start him or sit him today, okay?
All right.
All right. Um, Desmond Ritter gets his start back. I know you have the Saints in your top 5 defenses. Are you starting or sitting Desmond Ritter?
I'll start him.
Okay, okay. His running ability makes me want to start him, so I would start him at least, give him a chance. I would definitely try to choose somebody else if I can. All right, let's go to these running backs real quick. So I'm gonna go like quarterback, running back, and then receiver and tight end. Okay, are you starting today or sitting Chuba Hubbard?
Um, I'm starting him.
Okay, okay. So you giving up on Miles Sanders? I finally, huh? Nah, I'm messing with you,
Wow.
man. Nah, um, if I have a better option, I'm definitely not starting him. It'd have to be like a long shot for me to start him. I'm gonna say I'm gonna sit him. Hopefully, I have a better option than that. All right, my second running back. This kid flashed. A lot of people like myself picked him up in fantasy. Today, he gets the Chargers. Are you starting or sitting Keaton Mitchell from the Baltimore Ravens?
I'm starting him. I think he could get me a touchdown at least.
Okay, okay. Um, yeah, that could be a shootout game too. So I'm gonna say I'll start him in the flex. I think he's worth this, maybe a start. If you're trying to hit a home run with somebody, I could definitely see it. All right, Keo, let's get to a wide receiver. There's been a lot of speculation this week in the news. Your boy Deontay Johnson has gotten into it with Mika Fitzpatrick and a lot of people on that defense. Are you starting Deontay Johnson, even though they're going up against a pretty good defense in Cleveland? Not Cleveland, Cincinnati. And Cincinnati desperately needs to win. And I don't love the Steelers offense. What are you doing with Deontay Johnson?
I would start him though. I think he's a good enough start though. I think he's too good to not start. So I would start him.
I agree. I would actually definitely start him as well. Just sometimes people play better when they're mad, and this may spark something for the Steelers offense. So I definitely agree with you. I would definitely start him. All right, and finally at the tight end position, are you gonna start? I shouldn't say. I'm not even gonna ask that one because that to me is a no brainer. Um, okay, let's go with because I had somebody, but I think that's a no brainer. Maybe let's see what you think. Isaiah Likely. No Mark Andrews. How do you feel about Isaiah Likely? Starting him or sitting him?
No Mark Andrews. Um, I'll start him. Yeah, definitely start him. I think he's a good start for this week.
Yeah, I love Isaiah Likely. I actually have him as one of my sleeper alerts. I think that he could actually be a big time fantasy play for people out there. If you got Isaiah Likely, there's no doubt I would start this young man. Whenever Mark Andrews missed some times in prior years, Likely came up big for you. He may not have been exactly Mark Andrews, but he'll be a good start for you today. So I'm going with Isaiah Likely as a start today as well. All right, Keo. I'll go to social media. Let me go to social media real quick. Let me pull it up because I don't want to miss out. All right. A couple of people inboxed me. All right. My boy, Joe wants to know, should he start Ramondre Stevenson or James Conner?
Um, James Conner. That's more as a safe pick. Trust the quarterback more. Trust the weapons around there over there more. I'm going with James Conner.
Yeah, I think that's more of a shootout too against a defense that like I said, the Giants and Patriots. I think that could be a low scoring game, but I do think the Cardinals and the Rams could be somewhat of a shootout. So I'll go Connor too, even though I'm not the biggest Connor guy, but I agree with you on that one. All right, my my boy Anthony wants to know. Ant Man, what up? By the way, I want to say that to you. Shout out to you, man. Joshua Dobbs. Well, you already have the answer to that. Or Derek Carr.
Derek Carr.
Oh gosh.
I trust Derek Carr a lot in this game, man. I think he needs to have this bounce back game. It's a must win for him. I'm gonna go with Derek Carr, man. I like Derek Carr in this game.
Nah, Ant, bro. I know I'm going with Dobbs. I can't trust it, man.
DC,
Man, Derek Carr
Eric
just
Izar.
he just has me so frustrated, bro. There's no way I'm going with Derek Carr, bro, in that one, bro. No way at all. It's not happening, bro. All right, man. I feel for my girl, man. Josie, what up? She's saying, Deshaun Watson's out, bro. He's out. She's asking, and she said Burrow's out too. She's having a hard time. There's no, and there's no Higgins. She asked Tyler Boyd or Amari Cooper.
Oh my God.
both both with backup quarterbacks in these matchups.
Oh shoot. I'm going with Amari Cooper, man. Like, yeah, the number one option on the team versus the number two option on the other team. If I'm a backup quarterback, I'm going to my best player, the wide receiver, which is Jamar Chase. I'm going with that's who I'm going with.
All right, no, I'm disagreeing with you on this. I'm going Tyler Boyd. I just think the other one's too low scoring. And don't get me wrong, Bengals and Steelers could be low scoring as well with Pickett and Browning at quarterback. It could definitely be low scoring. But the Bengals offense offers so much, and I like Browning. I actually like Jake Browning. I think he could be a decent backup quarterback. I'm not saying he's going to be exactly Joe Burrow, but would it surprise me if the Bengals beat the Steelers today? Absolutely not. So I would go Tyler Boyd because I think they'll roll the coverage to Jamar Chase more so than worrying about Tyler Boyd or whatnot. All right, Keo. Last one. What up, OD? OD, man. OD just hit me up, man. My boy OD just said, man, pick two. Pick two. He said he got Adam Thielen, Nico Collins, and and Jalen, not Jalen Waddle, Zay Flowers.
Um, I'm going
Nico
with
Collins, Adam Thielen, and Zay Flowers.
I'm going Adam Thielen and Zay Flowers.
Wow, you mentioned Nico?
Yeah.
Man, I think I'm gonna go opposite of Keo. I'm gonna go Nico and Adam Thielen. Even though I like Zay Flowers and everybody knows that about me, my concern with Zay Flowers is he's questionable. And he is playing today, but I don't like that questionable next to him. He can leave the game early, so I'd go Nico and Thielen. All right, Keo, let's get to our favorite time. Who is Keo's sleeper of the week?
Sleeper of the week. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Robert Woods for my sleeper of the week.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. All right. My sleeper of the week is going to be Jake Browning. I think people are going to be surprised by how good he is in this Bengals offense. I think he puts up good numbers today, and I'm going to go Jake Browning. All right, Keo, who is your dud of the week?
My dud of the week. I'm gonna go with my dud of the week. I'm gonna go with hmm, I'm gonna say Stephon Diggs struggles again today.
Wow, okay. I'm going Russell Wilson. He has played well, but today
Yeah.
I think he sees a defense that is really good. The Browns defense is really good. I think Russ struggles today. So I'm gonna go Russell Wilson. And Keo, who is Keo's stud of the week?
Well, I just got a feeling today, man. I'm going with Derek Carr.
Wow.
My stud of the week. You can see a 300-yard game, 3 touchdowns. I think this is stud of the week material.
Y'all may laugh, bruh. Y'all may really laugh what I'm about to say. And Keo may not because Keo loves this guy. My stud of the week, despite me having dudes in front of him on our quarterbacks, only because it's high risk, high reward, and I wouldn't take the risk if I had those guys. That's the only reason why he wasn't number one on my list. But I'm going Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield goes crazy today. I think he could have 3, maybe 4 touchdowns, over 300 yards. I think Garner Minshew could have been my sleeper, but I didn't go that way with it. But I think that game was an absolute shootout between Tampa Bay and Indianapolis, and that's where I'm going. Baker Mayfield. I may never, I don't have to pick him no more after this week, and I probably will never pick him, but today I will.
Oh, wow.
All right, Kill. Let's get to our shout outs real quick, big dog.
Yo, what's good, man? Shout out to you holding it down once again, man. Glad we able to do today's show, even though I'm not feeling oh so great. But I'm glad we're able to do the show today. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody to supports the channel, man, and hopefully we able to help you with your fantasy teams, man.
Yes, sir. One real quick. My boy Connor LaRose on YouTube asked, he said, pick four, full PPR. He has DeAndre Swift, Bijan Robinson, Ramondre Stevenson, Jalen Warren, McBride, and Kincaid. Pick four, full PPR. Wow. Who you going with, Keo? Pick four for him.
Say it again.
Okay, my boy Connor on YouTube asks, Connor LaRose asks, pick four, full PPR. He got DeAndre Swift, Bijan Robinson, Ramondre Stevenson, Jalen Warren, McBride, and Kincaid. Who you going with? What four? I know one for sure I'm going
I
with.
know Kincaid,
Yeah, I'm with you. Kincaid for sure.
DeAndre Swift.
I'm with you.
Um, I'm going with McBride also.
Okay.
And
I'm
who
with
are the
you.
other options?
You have Ramondre Stevenson, Jalen Warren, or Bijan Robinson.
And I'm gonna go Bijan Robinson over the other two.
Yeah, me and Keo see exactly the same. I would pick those same four: DeAndre Swift and Bijan Robinson, McBride and Kincaid. I would choose those exact same four people. Ramondre Stevenson, tough defensive matchup, I think, and Jalen Warren. Um, him and my boy. Well, I can't think of his name. The other running back. Oh my God, I lost his name. They split time with each other, so I'm not even gonna. I'm not even going to entertain Jalen Warren, even though he's a good running back. I can't. What's the Steelers running back? The other one. Well, I can't
Najee
think of
Harris.
Najee Harris. Him and Harris split carries. So yeah, I can't go that way with that one, McDowell. All right, but shout out to Keo, man. We haven't been feeling well. But we here like Keo said, and we got through the show. Sorry, we were on the audio Tuesday night. Hopefully, I'm feeling much better, and I will be on live. Cause this ain't what's up. But after Tuesday, I won't be on for a week. So my boy Q and the rest of the team gonna have to hold it down. I want to say happy birthday. I have a few happy birthdays to go out real quick because I have a lot of family members that have happy birthdays. Tomorrow, happy birthday to my princess Ayana, my firstborn child. Man, I can't even believe it. She's turning 17 tomorrow. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. She turned 17. But happy birthday, beautiful. I love you. Then, just a couple of days later, on the Friday, happy birthday to my princess Olivia, my youngest daughter. She turns 8 with 7 plus 1, 8. So happy birthday to her. And then, oh, happy birthday to my wife. The reason why I won't be on here, we're going out of the country. Keisha, I love you. We're going to have a good time. We're going to turn up. And then two other happy birthdays. I got to give shout outs to my little niece, Jazz. She turns, well, I'm going to say her age, which is her birthday right before my wife's. And then my brother-in-law, Keenan, man. It's a lot of birthdays in these next couple of days. I just want y'all to know, man, happy birthday to each and every one of y'all. And then right after them, when I return, somebody in the MVS. It's his birthday. So we gonna turn up, man, for the whole December crew. With that being said, like I always tell y'all, man, if you lose, you have nobody but to blame but yourself. But if you win, like Drake said, man, thank us later. Nothing but sports, baby. Go subscribe to the brand, and we out. Peace.
Peace.